I can all take a deep breath. It's good. I saw the live action How to Train Your Dragon yesterday. Even though I just joined this fandom last week, let me tell you, I've seen enough and done a lot of research. I can confidently say that I have enough knowledge of this lore to accurately critique the new live action. Let me tell you, this is best case scenario. This film is doing what I'm assuming we all want from live action, which is more or less one-to-one recreations of what we loved in the animated films. There are some very slight changes, most notably with Astrid and her whole origin. For the most part, this film did not touch the original source material. In all honesty, most of the changes that they made were additions to the story that gave what we already knew more context. And there were two changes in dialogue that personally wasn't my favorite, but honestly is easy to overlook. Casting Gerard Butler as Stoic was honestly one of the best decisions. I mean, next to the kid they cast as Hiccup, because he was almost one-to-one. Being able to actually hear Stoic's voice was a perfect way to connect it to the animation. And honestly, this is best case scenario. I think he looks exactly like Stoic should be. And I started to make this headcanon as I was watching that this was Leonidas, somehow got lost and started a family. They did their big one with the casting. I thought every single person was perfect in their role. And while the animated film did such a great job of giving us context on these characters, there was so much more motivation and autonomy with everyone that they included. And while they didn't look one-to-one with the characters that we knew from the animation, it did not matter. My favorite thing about this live action adaptation was that they weren't afraid to use color, and they weren't trying too hard to make these dragons look realistic. Dragons looked incredible, and as you may know, there were a lot in this film. And honestly, this is where my biggest fear lies. Time and time again, we've seen studios take these creative, colorful designs of animals and mythical creatures and turn them into like lizards. It would have been easy for that to happen here, but man, look at this. I mean, the Hook Fang is red. And honestly, all of the action scenes that included them were sold. I absolutely loved every minute of it. They also made sure that they used the original score, which to me is one of the best parts of the original film. Be prepared to feel that same level of whimsy and hope. That being said, as I mentioned before, this is best case scenario when it comes to a live action adaptation. I can't talk about the things that I wish they did better without spoiling it, so stay tuned for my spoiler review after the film has released. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give this live action adaptation 4.5 out of 5 Frankie Flames.